So glad you dropped by Media Champions. Hey there, it's Mary Therese Griffin in Atlanta. We like to bring in the subject matter experts on this program to kind of walk you through the daily grind of media and marketing and, meshing that science and that art together. We have a pro on the show today that you are going to want to get to know. Please make welcome Judy Shapiro. She is here with us with Topic Intelligence. Judy, welcome to Media Champions.
Thank you, Mary. I appreciate it.
Thank you for saying yes, and let's dive right in. I'm very interested to know where you think the trends are going in the next couple of years in media and marketing. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody sees it changing on a dime. What are your thoughts on that?
Great question. I think the days of tracking people online is going to decline in favor of trying to reach audiences in a topic signal moment. It's not so much about who a person is online, but what they're interested in the moment. And we found that there was no data that helped advertisers get at that. So there's lots of data on cookie tracking or data on consumer behaviors, but there just isn't that much data on what a topics a brand should focus on. What is it worth? In other words, what's the conversion capability of that topic? And finally, what's worth their investment? Too often brands have an insular view of what topics are important, but in this case, I think it's important for them to understand how the world looks at their category and the topics that will drive them to a commerce conclusion. So that's the data that we've created with Topic Intelligence.
When you say that, it takes me back to whether it's a joke, whether it's a movie or a TV show, when somebody uses that line and they go, read the room. Read the room. It seems to me that you guys are educating your customers on how to read their audience and see what they're about and see what's necessary. Am I right?
Exactly right. And I think more deeply, in let's say business to business, B2B, the demographics are academic. Where they are is academic, but what they're interested in, what's troubling them, that's what will get a audience person to engage with a brand. But that level of data and execution just wasn't available in the market. So that's what we created.
Well, thank goodness that it is now. And I want to know, Judy, what do you think needs to be present in order to ensure a successful marketing campaign? Because there's quite a few ingredients that are necessary, but there are some that are big ones.
So again, I may be a advocate or a zealot, depending on your point of view, for this topic paradigm. And so it's about great content. It just doesn't get simpler than that. The issue for poor brands is that it's actually difficult to create. So you need an engine to understand the topics that your customers care about and just roll up your sleeves and create great content. It's why we also created, as part of Topic Intelligence, an automated way to produce content based on this new type of data. It doesn't replace the human, it augments them so that there could be that much more content that is meaningful to an audience. That's the key. It's not just churning out lots of content, but what's meaningful. Then the audiences will find you. It's a wonderful, holistic cycle of virtue. So we're very proud of the work that we've been doing.
I love what you say about it being meaningful content, Judy, because very equal to having that meaningful content as a business, you also want to have the right, the perfect, the meaningful audience. You can throw your content out there anywhere under the sun and hope that it catches somewhere. And then there's that money that you've just thrown out on I-75 and watched it blow. Am I right? But this is my last question for you, and I know where you're going to go with this, but I so want you to say it to the crowd. It's so important that people partner with a subject matter expert like you for their business. Why?
Because we know the shortcuts and the places you cannot shortcut. That is probably the most significant any expert within marketing. There are shortcuts to be had for sure. But too often brands don't understand the complexities and they take the shortcuts in the wrong places, which then doesn't just undermine their learning, it undermines their business operations. So experts know where to dive in and do the shortcuts as opposed to avoid those seemingly easy shortcuts that in the end cost them more time and money than they can really afford.
Oh, truer words were never spoken. Judy, we're out of time, but thank you for what you do and thank you for being on Media Champions.
Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.
You as well. And for the rest of you, we can connect you with Judy Shapiro. Easy to find her. You can find her by finding us right here at dailyatbrief.com. I'm Mary Therese Griffin in Atlanta. We'll see you next time for more Media Champions.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.